Time traveler. According to the style he liked in his previous life, he still likes Hinata. Although little Sakura is good, Hinata is more expensive. Let me give it to you this time. There are so many infatuated playboys. Thinking of this, Sasuke ran to a place farther away from them and looked at them. Naruto walked over to the pink-haired girl and blushed as he asked, "Hello. My name is Uzumaki Naruto, what's your name?" Little Sakura looked at Naruto and blinked her big eyes. "My name is Haruno Sakura, hello Uzumaki Naruto." "Haruno Sakura, can I be your friend?" Little Sakura looked at Naruto at this moment, thought for a while and nodded. He didn't know what Sasuke looked like just now, and the beginning of his destiny was also changed by Sasuke. "Okay, Uzumaki Naruto, you can just call me Little Sakura from now on." "Okay, cry well, it's a bit boring to watch Sasuke here. What can two kids say about love?" Thinking of this, Sasuke prepared to go to Hayaga's house to play with Hinata. After all, a wife needs to be trained from a young age. After Sasuke left, Naruto and little Sakura went to play games, such as hopscotch and cat's tuck. Naruto always felt bored playing these games before, but it became fun when playing with little Sakura. Just when Naruto and little Sakura were having fun, Sasuke had already run to the door of Hayaga's house. "Uncle Hayashi, I'm here to play with Hinata." As Sasuke knocked on the door, and this time the door opened quickly. A little boy with long hair and handsome features opened the door. "Ms. Hinata is training. Who are you?" Sasuke looked at the little boy and the forehead covered by the bandage on his head. "Could this be Hokage Niji?" Sasuke blinked and said, "My name is Uchiha Sasuke." Niji hummed, "I'll go ask Miss Hinata if she knows you." After saying that, Niji ran back into the house, and 10 minutes later Hinata and Niji ran out together. Sasuke-kun, why are you here?" Sasuke scratched his head and chuckled, "I just had nothing to do, so I came to play with you." Hinata blushed brightly, Please come in." Sasuke nodded and walked into the Hokage compound. Hinata and Niji were wearing training clothes and were practicing gentle fist when they were interrupted by Sasuke. Sasuke looked around. All the servants of the Hokage family were there, but where was the old man Hayashi? He didn't seem to be at home. Hinata saw Sasuke looking around and asked, "What's wrong Sasuke-kun?" Sasuke shook his head, "Nothing, Hinata-chan, where's your dad, old den?" Hinata looked confused, and Sasuke thought for a moment and started to ramble, "Lao Deng is a respectful title. It's a form of respect for elders you don't know. You can't call your father Lao Deng Ang." Hinata nodded obediently and took Sasuke inside to have the servants prepare some tea. As someone from the branch house, Niji was naturally not allowed to eat and chat at the same table with Hinata, which was also a broken rule in the Hokage family. From Sasuke's perspective, the Hokage family's caged bird was a complete burial of the Hokage family's genius. The main family of the Hokage clan was afraid that the branch houses would rebel, so they set up the caged bird restriction. If Sasuke was the head of a main family, he would be better off improving his own strength and accumulating enough prestige. Then, no one would dare to disobey his orders. Prestigious people. This was someone else's family affair, so he couldn't say anything. After the tea came, Sasuke picked up a piece of cake and tasted it. "It's delicious." Hinata blushed on the side, "If it tastes good, I'll ask Haruaki to prepare some more for you, Sas for you. This sister Chunming is a servant of the Hokage family." "Thank you Hinata, you are so kind." No. Anywhere is fine. Then you have a bad heart." "Not really." "Oops, okay, stop teasing her." Hinata was quite shy when she was little. Don't let her faint from excitement. After having afternoon tea at Hayaga's house and chatting with Hinata for a long time, Sasuke and Hinata became closer. "The sun had already set when I left, and as soon as I walked out the door I ran into the old man Hokage Hayashi. "Hello, Mr. Hokage, it's bad, I just said it casually." "Lao Deng? What does that mean?" Hokage Hayashi frowned at Sasuke. Fortunately, this is Hokage and no one has ever heard of this term. Hokage Hayashi looked confused. He had never heard of this in his life. Thinking about this question, he completely forgot how Sasuke got in. When he got home, Naruto was already waiting at the door. Looking at Naruto's face full of nymphomania, Sasuke tooted, "What's wrong, Naruto? What are you grinning like an idiot for?" Sasuke's words brought Naruto back to reality and said to Sasuke, Sasuke is crying so cute, I want to marry him." Hearing this, Sasuke was a little speechless. "Naruto, do you know what Jafin means? Isn't it just two people living together?" Sasuke rolled his eyes, "Come on, go inside. I'll have my mom explain to you what Jafin is." Chapter 21 Danzo's actions. Sasuke took Naruto back home, and Naruto asked Mikoto about the knot. Mikoto smiled and said, "There are many ways. Marriage requires two people who love each other to build a family together, have children together, face family difficulties together, and enjoy family happiness together. That's what we call a couple." Naruto blinked, "Ah, that's so troublesome, I'll wait until I grow up." After having lunch together in the afternoon, Sasuke stayed with Naruto. The two chatted and practiced ninjutsu in the backyard. Everything was peaceful on Sasuke's side, but not so peaceful on the other side. Danzo listened to his members say that Shisui did not catch up and did not say anything, but walked to the front of each instrument and looked at some of Orochimaru's experimental subjects. After watching for about 5 or 6 minutes, Danzo said to the from the root organization, "Since you don't want to come, then do it. You guys." The 3 obeyed the order unconditionally, called a few people and left the root organization base in a flash. Konoha Village Shisui Patrol Area. Shisui was chatting with the team members. Konoha's social stability was peaceful under the management of the Uchiha Guard, and everyone had a smile on their face. Some were chatting together, some children were running and playing together, and vendors and others were all smiling when they saw the Uchiha patrol team. Just then, a scream caught Shisui's attention. Let's go and take a look. Shisui gave an order and 3 members of the Uchiha Guard followed suit. The source of the sound was in a small alley. When Shisui ran to the entrance of the alley, he saw a man in a black robe. His face could not be seen, and he was running wildly with a child in his arms. It's the human traffickers. Chase them. After Shisui finished speaking, the 3 guards separated and chased after him. Shisui also quickly used the instant body technique to catch up. Thinking of this, Shisui was considering whether to use illusion to control the human trafficker. Thinking of this, Shisui's eyes slowly turned into 3 Tomo Sharinon. The 2 of them chased each other and slowly ran into a forest outside the village. The man in black robe smiled as he left the village and put the child on the ground. Then the child suddenly burst into smoke and turned into another man in black robe. Uchiha Shisui, we've been waiting for you for a long time. The 2 men's black robes were lifted, and the Ambu masks on their faces immediately reminded him of the 3 people in the morning. You are, Danzo's people. No matter how dumb Shisui was, he knew what was going on. He looked around and found that he was surrounded by people from the Root Organization. These Root Organization members slowly drew their swords and surrounded Shisui. Shisui looked around and drew the short sword behind him. Shisui's figure flashed and instantly appeared behind a member of the Root Organization. The man was startled and quickly moved away. The Root Organization also has a lot of combat experience, and with Danzo's training, they have many tactics to deal with the Uchiha. As expected of the legendary Shisui, he almost killed me. Shisui looked at this group of people and knew that this matter would not be resolved unless he killed them all. He also didn't expect that the relationship between 3rd generation and Uchiha would gradually improve. What's going on with this Danzo? Does he have to make things difficult for Uchiha? He hadn't realized at this point that Danzo's goal wasn't just to mess with Uchiha, his target was Shisui's main Jikyo Sharinon. Shisui is detected fighting with members of the Root Organization, and the main quest Night of Genocide is triggered. Choice 1, follow the old plan and wait for the right time to take Itaki with you to help Itaki activate the main Jikyo Sharinon and save Shisui. Reward, 3 Tomo Sharinon plus 5 cards of Chakra. Choice 2, sit back and let the plot unfold. Reward, Danzo's favorability plus 10. Choice 3, you actually bullied Shisui Nissan. Immediately summon an Uchiha army of 100,000 to crush Konoha. Dragon King smiles crookedly. Reward, Dragon King Baff. Dragon King Baff, when you smile crookedly, you can cause fear in others. Sasuke's eyes widened when he saw the system panel. What the hell? How did Shisui catch his eye a year earlier? This caught Sasuke off guard. After looking at the 3 options, Sasuke decided to stick to the original plan to maximize his benefits. Shisui Nissan can only suffer for now. Thinking of this, Sasuke didn't sleep anymore and got up to put on his clothes. Naruto saw Sasuke getting dressed and wondered, where are you going Sasuke? Oh, Nissan hasn't come back yet. I want to go look for him. Then I'll go with you. Sasuke shook his head. No, there's not much time. Go to sleep first. I'll be back soon. Seeing that Sasuke had made up his mind, Naruto didn't say anything and curled up in the quilt, closed his eyes and went to sleep. Sasuke sneaked out the door. Fugaku and Mikoto had gone to bed by then. The sky was gloomy and there were no stars in the sky. Sasuke put on his shoes and walked out of the house, immediately running towards the Uchiha guard station. Arriving at the guard post, Itaki was still checking forms at the front desk. Seeing Sasuke coming, he was also confused. Why are you here Sasuke? What time is it? Sasuke took Itaki's hand and said, Hey Nissan, I'm a little worried about you since you haven't come home yet. Itaki smiled and patted Sasuke's head. Shisui hasn't come back to sign out yet. I'll be waiting for him here and will be back shortly. Just as he finished speaking, 3 members of Shisui's patrol team came back. Captain Itaki, something bad has happened. Itaki frowned. What's wrong? Tell me slowly if you have something to say. The team member took 2 breaths and told about their encounter with human traffickers. They lost them and didn't know where Captain Shisui went. Now when they came back and didn't see Shisui, they knew something had happened to Shisui. When Itaki heard this, he quickly ordered, go gather the guards who are currently on duty and set off immediately to find Shisui. Yes. The 3 of them went to call for help. Itaki looked at Sasuke and said, Sasuke, go inform father and ask him to come over. Good. Sasuke did not plan to go with Itaki to look for it, but went home to ask Fugaku to come over first, and then act alone. Thinking of this, Sasuke hurried home. When he got home, Sasuke knocked on his parents' door with a panicked look on his face. Father, come out quickly, Shisui Nissan is missing. Sasuke yelled a few times and Fugaku came out. What's going on? Sasuke told Fugaku what he had heard from the 3 guards. Fugaku frowned and said, I see. Go to sleep first, Sasuke. I'll go to the guard station now. Good. Shisui is one of Uchiha's top fighters, so nothing can happen to him. Clone sleep there. After the door of his house was closed, Sasuke used the transformation technique to transform into the appearance of a member of the Uchiha guard, climbed over the backyard wall, and ran towards the guard station. Back to Shisui. Shisui had been fighting with these Root Organization Umbu for more than half an hour, and killed 5 or 6 Root members with his flickering technique and superb fighting skills. Shisui himself was injured due to the large number of opponents, and his physical strength also dropped sharply. Looking at the remaining 2 or 3 Umbu on the opposite side, Shisui gasped. As expected of a flash body Shisui, his strength is truly not to be underestimated. The root member who had just spoken first slowly walked up to Shisui. The Umbu said this and looked at the remaining members who nodded to each other before quickly forming hand seals. Fire style Great Fireball Technique. A fireball shot out from the mouth of this root member, and the remaining Umbu instantly dispersed and took out shurikens to throw at Shisui. Shisui looked at the direction of the attack, used his instant body to quickly dodge, and then appeared in front of the root member who released the ninjutsu in an instant. Short sword slashed from top to bottom, and the member was indirectly familiar with Shisui's attack rhythm because they had been fighting for so long. After all, not just anyone can join the root organization. Many of them are geniuses from Konoha's esoteric families, and some are death warriors who have been trained since childhood. I saw this member step back and quickly form a hand seal, ninja technique, heart turn technique. When Shisui saw him forming hand seals, he knew what ninjutsu he was about to unleash, and he activated the flickering technique and immediately dodged. Damn it Danzo, I didn't expect there were even people from the Yamanaka clan in the root organization. Shisui thought to himself, his hands moving rapidly and forming seals, fire style, Fengxian fire technique. The member released his heart and turned around before closing his eyes to relax for a moment. He used it as a killing move, but he didn't expect Shisui still had the strength to teleport and release ninjutsu. Just when the tissue was about to die, a gust of wind blew away Shisui's Fengxian fire technique. Shisui looked in the direction of the strong wind and saw a man with a large golden lock on his forehead and one eye walking out of the darkness. Danzo is an adult. When these people from the root organization saw Danzo coming, they hurriedly walked behind Danzo. Shisui saw that Danzo also frowned, which meant he was in big trouble. Danzo, what are you doing? Are you trying to stir up a new conflict between Konoha and Uchiha, and I'll turn around and leave immediately and never oppose Uchiha again? This statement can only fool a 3-year-old child. The entire Konoha village leadership and family elders and patriarchs all know who Danzo is. He is a man who will do anything to achieve his goal. As long as he gets Shisui's eyes, not to mention Uchiha, will the entire Konoha still have a good life? Shisui snorted coldly, humph, Danzo, you'd better put away those little thoughts of yours. After saying that, Shisui's 3 Tomo Sharingan slowly turned, and finally turned into a pinwheel shape. Danzo narrowed his eyes and saw Shisui activate Mangekyo, and all the root members stood in front of Danzo. Distinguished heavenly gods can make the people Shisui see instantly change their thoughts and become the puppets of the caster. Danzo's method is to have the root organization's people stand in front, making Shisui afraid to use distinguished heavenly gods. But Shisui is not stupid, how could he possibly fight with you here? His idea is to take advantage of this moment to quickly use the instant body technique to return to the village. No matter how brave Danzo is, he would not dare to cause trouble. Not to mention anything else, if he dares to take action, the Uchiha people in the village will definitely not let him go. Thinking of this, Shisui formed hand seals and prepared to use the instant body technique to escape from here, when he saw 4 beams of light suddenly rising ninjutsu, Shishien Hen. 4 purple walls quickly surrounded the entire forest. Danzo arranged ambushes around the area, ruining Shisui's escape plan. He had no choice but to fight. The 2 sides fought fiercely again. Danzo brought a lot of root members with him when he came, and Shisui's side was caught in a chaotic battle. Inside Konoha at this time, all members of the Uchiha Guard were mobilized, some were searching in the village, and some were preparing to leave the village. The team that went out of the village to search was led by Uchiha Itachi, who brought with him a dozen or so members of the Uchiha Guard, with Sasuke also among them. It's an emergency now, and no one will notice that there is one more person. Hokage Tower. What's going on with the Uchiha Guard? Have you found out? The Umbu knelt on one knee. I found out everything. They say Uchiha Shisui disappeared after chasing the human traffickers. There's no news of him now. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face suddenly turned grim when he heard this. You must quickly notify the Umbu to gather and help the Uchiha clan find Shisui. Quickly. Yes, sir. Umbu left, and Sarutobi Hiruzen slammed the table hard. Danzo, you guy, why did you have to do this? How many times have I told you, do you really want to cause trouble inside and outside Konoha? He had finally managed to establish some good relations with the Uchiha clan, but it was Danzo who did it. If it were to be found out that it was Danzo who did it, who knows if the Uchiha clan and Konoha would return to their previous situation of mutual opposition. This village entrance. When Itachi and the guards were about to leave the village, some people dressed as Umbu stopped them. Uchiha Guard, what are you doing? Are you planning to defect? These Umbu started by putting labels on people. Uchiha Itachi took one look at them and said, are you the Umbu of the 3rd generation adults or the roots of Danzo? The Umbu didn't answer, but drew their weapons. The leader shouted, the Uchiha clan has defected. Kill them. With a cry of kill, Uchiha activated all of his Sharingan and drew his weapons to engage in combat. Sasuke in the crowd knew at a glance that it was Danzo's men who were stopping him and the others. Itachi was also anxious at this time, afraid that something might happen to Shisui, so he attacked quickly, accurately, and ruthlessly. Fire style Great Fireball. Water style, Water Waves. Wind style, Wind Cutting Technique. Some villagers opened their windows and saw the guards and Umbu's men fighting each other. Just when the 2 sides were fighting fiercely, another team of Umbu rushed over. Which department are you from? Why are you fighting with the security team here? When those from the root organization saw the 3rd generation Umbu coming, they stopped fighting and retreated immediately. Chase them. Captain Umbu gave the order, and a small team of Umbu followed those people. Itaka looked at the newly arrived Umbu. The Umbu captain came over and bowed to Itaka. Itaka-kun, we are here under the orders of the third generation to help the Uchiha clan find Shisui's whereabouts. We haven't seen those people before. They might be impersonating members of our Umbu. Itaka nodded anxiously, I see. Can we leave the village now? The Umbu captain held out his hand and said, please feel free to do anything you want. If you need any help, please come to us. If we find any trace of Shisui-kun, we will immediately notify Captain Fugaku. Itaka didn't want to say anything more to them now. He nodded and said thank you, then rushed out of the village to look for Shisui's whereabouts. Instant body technique. Shisui is still fighting hard, and many phantoms appear in the body flicker technique. This is the peculiarity of Shisui's body flicker technique. Each of these phantoms is powerful, and unlike Shadow Clone, they will not disappear even if they are damaged, just like Shisui was cloned, but they cannot use Shisui's ninjutsu and illusion techniques. If that were possible, Shisui would be invincible if he could just use the instant technique and then use the distinguished heavenly gods when encountering an enemy. Back to the topic, Shisui's phantom rushed towards the Umbu, and the Umbu also took up a defensive formation, and attacked crazily with ninjutsu as if it is true that Shisui is powerful, but a tiger is no match for a pack of wolves. Shisui's physical strength and chakra are rapidly declining. Danzo also took advantage of the moment when Shisui's pupil power weakened and suddenly attacked. Wind style, vacuum wave. An extremely sharp wind blade was released from Danzo's mouth and slashed towards Shisui, who quickly dodged it using the body flicker technique. Seeing that his phantoms were consuming a large amount of chakra, Shisui had no way to retract it. Shisui's situation is getting worse and worse. His chakra is running out, his pupil power is getting weaker, and he has wounds of all sizes on his body. If there is no miracle, Shisui is basically finished. After leaving the village, Itaka's team quickly dispersed to search, and Sasuke transformed into a guard team and followed Itaki all the time. In his heart, Sasuke quickly called the system to inquire about Shisui's situation. Detected that the Shisui chakra is running low and the situation is very dangerous. Now enable Shisui coordinate navigation for the host to help the host find the target quickly. Opening, location in progress, location successful. The system panel turned into a GPS in front of Sasuke. There was a red dot in their current northeast direction, which was the direction of Shisui marked by the system. Itaki also stopped and felt carefully but felt nothing. I didn't feel anything. Of course Sasuke was talking nonsense. In the current situation, if he just gave Itaki a little guidance or a clue, the boy would be very excited. After all, the two of them were like headless flies, knowing nothing, and this situation was very painful. Captain Itake, I only felt it for a moment. It seemed like the power emanating from our Uchiha Mangekyo Sharingan has now disappeared. After hearing Sasuke's words, Itake looked towards the northeast again. Let's go and take a look. Sasuke nodded, and the two of them ran quickly. Along the way, Itake did not doubt this team member who appeared from nowhere. It was also a good thing that Itake did not activate the Sharingan at the moment, otherwise Sasuke's transformation technique would have been seen through long ago. Sasuke nodded, and the two ran faster. When they got close to the air wall, Sasuke and Itake did not dare to force their way through, as the four purple flame formation would cause burns to their skin if they were touched. The solution to break it is also very simple. Just find a caster in a corner and kill him, and the formation will be broken. Sasuke was also preparing to separate from Itake at this time, and he could not expose himself in the next action. 1 against 7, squad leader. I'll take care of one of the casters, and you take care of the one opposite me. Good. The two separated, and Sasuke ran quickly while using the Uchiha Sasuke Peak Experience card. Sasuke's right eye now slowly changes from 3 Megatama to Mangekyo and then to Eternal Mangekyo, while his left eye directly changes to 6 Megatama Rinnegan. After using it, Sasuke's chakra became much higher, and his mind gained a lot of combat experience. There is also a black moon pattern on the palm of Sasuke's left hand, which is the yin power of 6 paths. Transform. Sasuke disbanded this guard appearance and instead slowly transformed into a man wearing red armor and with waist-length hair. It's none other than Uchiha Madara from the anime. His idea is to take advantage of this opportunity to cause trouble for Obito and the others. Don't you call yourself Uchiha Madara? Then I'll call myself that too. Anyway, I can always blame him later. Sasuke soon saw the caster in the corner, who was surrounded by many root guards. Amaterasu. A trickle of blood flowed from the Rinnegan in his right eye, and black flames suddenly covered the root tissue and hair. Sasuke doesn't burn clothes like in anime. If Amaterasu is not burned in the right place, it will be like a useless thing. Amaterasu is set to the temperature of the sun's surface, but the performance in the anime is really exaggerated. Black flames covered the people with root tissues, and the scorching heat burned them so much that they screamed. Seeing that these people still had the strength to scream, Amaterasu was really too bad. Bodies of every root member. After dealing with these root people, Sasuke used flame control to collect the revolving heaven light. Because one person was missing from the 4 purple flame formation, the purple air wall slowly disappeared. As for Sasuke, he quickly jumped onto a tree to hide his presence and slowly headed towards the location of Shisui indicated by the system. As for Itake, the 4 purple flame formation was broken before he even reached his position. He felt incredible that he didn't know that there was such a powerful person in the security team. But now was not the time for him to think so much, as he saw Itake running forward quickly, his eyes turning into 3 Megatama because of Ultimate's anxiety and worry. Shisui, please don't let anything happen to you. After passing through a patch of weeds, the view suddenly opened up, but the scene before him stunned him for a moment. There were a dozen dead root members on the ground. In front of these bodies, Danzo grabbed Shisui's neck. Your eyes are mine. Danzo sneered and reached out to snap at Shisui's eyes. Shisui. Itake's loud shout attracted Danzo's attention, which gave Shisui an opportunity to activate the Mangekyo Sharingan again, but Danzo didn't turn around at this time, just glanced at him. Seeing Shisui opening the Mangekyo, his other hand directly took down a Mangekyo. No. Itake ran over quickly, and was intercepted by the living root tissue. Itake was so anxious that he quickly performed hand seals as if it was free. However, in the current situation, although more than a dozen people in the root organization have died, there are still many root people protecting Danzo. Itake's attack attracted 8 root members to fight with him. You have to know that Itake does not have Mangekyo yet, and it is very difficult for him to deal with these old root organization Umbu. While the fight was going on, Danzo had already placed Shisui's left eye in the culture medium, and then continued to reach out to touch her right eye. With Danzo immediately. Itake and Shisui have been very kind to him since he was born into this world. They are Sasuke's relatives. However, in order to improve Uchiha's combat power, he could only grit his teeth and hope that Itake's Mangekyo would activate quickly. Danzo-ken snorted and clasped his hand. Shisui screamed and was thrown to the ground, unconscious. Seeing this scene, Itake's mind went blank, and even the roots attacking him from all sides seemed to disappear in his world. He looked at Shisui who was lying on the ground, his eyes were swollen and liquid was flowing out of his eyes. Only then did he regain consciousness and yell, Shisui. Sasuke was on the tree watching Itake's tears of blood. The 3 megatama in his eyes slowly turned into darts. His body shook and he fainted. Seeing this scene, Sasuke thought that his first step of the plan was completed, and the next step was to deal with the old thief Danzo and rescue Shisui. After Danzo removed Shisui's eyes, he turned around and saw Itake Mangekyo opening his eyes. This made him ecstatic, ha ha ha, 2 pairs of Mangekyo Sharingan, with this power, the position of Hokage will definitely be mine, and those families in Konoha will definitely submit to me. Thinking of this, Danzo moved closer to Itake, ready to dig out his eyes. Suddenly, a series of loud footsteps came from behind Danzo and the root organizations. Hearing the footsteps, Danzo and the others were startled, thinking that someone was peeping around. Mangekyo in his right eye, and 6 Megatama Rinnegan in his left eye walked out of the woods. It was Sasuke who had transformed into Madara. Danzo frowned when he saw this outfit, as he felt it looked a little familiar. Looking at the man's eyes, he recognized the left eye, it was Mangekyo, but it looked a little different from Mangekyo. As for the right eye, the purple pupil made him feel a strong sense of crisis in his heart just by looking at it. Who are you? Sasuke approached slowly, and with every step forward, Danzo took a step back, slowly untying the large lock on his left hand as he walked. He grew increasingly uneasy as he watched Sasuke become increasingly lucid. Arwa, Uchiha Madara, Danzo, you have repeatedly targeted my people. Your crimes are unforgivable. Today is the day you die. After saying that, Sasuke raised his left hand. Danzo felt something was wrong. He took off the golden lock on his left hand and quickly tore off the bandage, revealing the arm covered with Sharingan. Danzo quickly formed hand seals, and Sasuke felt the chakra in his body change, which should be the activation of Izanagi. But he was not panicking. With his current strength, even if you used Izanagi 10 times, even 100 times, it would be in vain. Universal Pull. Sasuke's Rinnegan basic ability was activated, and Danzo was immediately sucked in by a strong suction force. Sasuke sneered and activated his right eye technique again. Amaterasu. A ball of black flame burned directly onto Danzo's head, causing him to scream in pain. The suction of Universal Pull also cancelled the spell when Danzo was halfway to it. The root members were horrified to see Danzo was killed in an instant and wanted to run away. But how could Sasuke give them a chance? He opened his arms and those root members who wanted to escape were quickly sucked over by a suction force, without giving them any chance to react. Inferno style, Flame Thunder God. As the root members were sucked in, many Amaterasu spikes suddenly appeared around Sasuke and pierced all the root members. Sasuke didn't leave at that point. He slowly walked to the bottle of nutrient solution for Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan and felt Shisui's pulse again. He was still alive. With this in mind, Sasuke quickly opened the bottle and took out Shisui's Mangekyo, then used medical ninjutsu to stuff the Mangekyo Sharingan back into his eye socket. It can also heal physical injuries, but these wounds are evidence of Danzo's murder of the Uchiha clan. In order for Uchiha to use this incident to completely return to the center of power, Shisui can only be wronged for the time being. Sasuke walked over to Itake again, lifted him up, and then carried Shisui to a safe place far away. Things are not over yet. Just as he finished doing this, a voice came from behind Sasuke. Uchiha Madara, didn't you die in the battle with first-generation Hashirama-sama? How did you end up here? Danzo Izanagi activated, and a Sharingan on his arm instantly deactivated. Sasuke dusted off his armor. Senjo Hashirama tried to kill me, ha 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 ha. What a joke. Look at the jutsu you just cast. Even you, a non-Uchiha, can cast Izanagi, so why can't I? Now think about it, do you think I would die from Hashirama's sneak attack? What Sasuke said was indeed the truth. Uchiha Madara used Izanagi to fake his death after the battle at the Valley of the End. Then he fused the piece of flesh he bit off from Hashirama with himself, and his chest took the shape of his love for him, ba ba ba. When the power of the Senju and Uchiha merge, one can obtain the Rinnegan. Finally, Madara died after telling Obito his last words and Project Tsuki no Mi, waiting to be resurrected. After listening to Sasuke's words, Danzo looked at Sasuke's eyes again. There was indeed only one Mangekyo. He didn't recognize the other pupil, but he also felt a terrifying pressure, a power hundreds of times stronger than Mangekyo. What power does your right eye have? The dead don't need to know so much. Sasuke didn't plan to talk nonsense with him. The trial card only lasted for an hour, so it was better to finish it quickly. Universal pull. Damn, it's this trick again. Danzo was shocked. This time the speed was much faster than the first time. Behind Sasuke, a purple skeleton slowly emerged, and a large skeletal hand instantly grabbed Danzo and crushed him to death. Danzo screamed, turned into a wisp of white smoke, and appeared in front of Sasuke again. Summoning technique. Danzo's exclusive summoning beast, rumored to be able to devour other people's dreams. This nightmare taper looks a bit like an elephant, but it has tiger claws, a lion's tail, and ears that look a bit like a cat's. Sasuke was not afraid of this weird creature at all. He saw the nightmare taper open its big mouth and suddenly use suction force towards Sasuke. Danzo also did not stop, quickly forming seals with his hands, wind style, vacuum big ball. Sasuke also performed hand seals according to the original plot. A violent flame was sucked into his own mouth by the suction of the nightmare taper. The nightmare taper screamed in pain and disappeared with a bang. On the other side, Danzo's vacuum ball was about to hit Sasuke, but Sasuke was not in a hurry, and the Susanoo skeleton around his body grew violently. It slowly turned into half a skeleton, skin was covered on the skeleton, and armor grew on the skin, and the second stage was formed. The vacuum ball hit Susanoo but there was no reaction at all. Sasuke sneered. Susanoo charged the bow and shot an arrow through Danzo's body. Danzo was hit by this and vomited blood, and another Sharingan disappeared from his arm. A puff of smoke appeared and Danzo disappeared. Just as Sasuke was looking for Danzo's resurrection point, a voice suddenly came from behind him, got it. Sasuke turned around and saw Danzo stabbing Susanoo with a kunai. The kunai naturally broke in two upon contact with Susanoo, and Danzo was stunned, so Susanoo's fist smashed him into a pulp. In this way, Danzo was killed 7 or 8 times by Sasuke in less than half an hour. Danzo was already in despair. This was totally not an opponent he could deal with. Sasuke looked at Danzo with a disdainful expression. Despair, Uchiha, the Thunder Frog, and Kamino are crying. Despair, this is Uchiha Madara, the power of God. Chapter 25 Danzo, Death. Sasuke stepped forward, and Susanoo also closed in. He knew that if he got this close, he would definitely be ambushed, but his idea was to make Danzo die in despair. How can we make Danzo despair? Sasuke's idea is to learn from Madara's method of fighting against the 5 cage. No matter what moves the opponent uses, Madara can break them one by one and break the opponent's defense. Especially the last Susanoo clone, a classic 1-on-5 fight. This is what Sasuke is like now. He wants to tell Danzo that no matter what tricks you use, they are all like children playing in front of my eyes. Sasuke walked closer to Danzo. Danzo suddenly looked up and quickly formed seals with his hands, wood style. Exploding tree spear. Peak Sasuke's reaction speed was very fast. The moment he saw Danzo's arm move, he activated the power of his right eye and instantly switched positions with Danzo. Then Sasuke clenched his fist and shot out the Chidori spear, directly piercing Danzo's heart. After a puff of smoke, Danzo only had 1 life left. He realized that he was going to die and wanted to negotiate with Sasuke to leave himself a chance to live. Madrasa, I can provide you with the root organization's intelligence network, and I can also help you strengthen the wood-style cells in your body. I only ask you to let me go this time. Sasuke sneered. He didn't need these because he had a system. Although Sasuke's power at his peak was great, it was not enough in the Boruto story. His goal is to awaken another new power with the help of the system's capabilities. For example, Amaterasu and Flame Control are really useless, and he doesn't really want to use them. Seeing that Sasuke didn't react, his face darkened. Madara's return this time was originally a crisis for the ninja world. A man who could stand on equal footing with Shode would definitely not look down on his things. Does Madara want to destroy Konoha for revenge? Thinking of this, Danzo's face became even darker. Although Danzo is a villain, he is still loyal to Konoha, which is the only good spirit among Danzo's flaws. Danzo ripped open his clothes, and black patterns appeared on his chest. For the sake of the ninja world and the Konoha shinobi village, I absolutely cannot let you live. With that, a black liquid spurted out of Danzo's chest, and Sasuke dodged repeatedly. Sasuke knew the power of the 4-symbol seal. Even Obito, who possessed the bug Kamui, was afraid of it, so he decided not to take the risk. Sasuke retreated again, and more black liquid flowed out. As Sasuke retreated, he saw himself getting closer and closer to the 2 Nissans. This was not going to work, as Sasuke glared with his right eye and activated his sky hand power, and just as Danzo's sealing technique was about to form, Sasuke switched positions between him and Fukura, who was searching for prey in the sky. Danzo's seal successfully sealed a large mass of air, which caused Danzo to fall into deep powerlessness and collapse at the last moment. The treacherous hero Danzo died. When Sasuke was looking at the sky, he heard many footsteps around him. It must be someone coming. Sasuke ran away quickly and hid his breath. As soon as Sasuke left, the Uchiha guards saw the bodies of the roots scattered on the ground with Itaki and Shisui lying nearby. We've found Captain Shisui and squad leader Itaki. The security team came quickly to rescue people. When Umbu from the 3rd generation saw this scene, he knew that something big had happened and went back to report immediately. At this time, Sasuke has returned to the Uchiha tribe's land in Konoha village. Slowly climbing over the backyard wall, Sasuke's peak experience card expired. After the system prompt sounded, Sasuke was stunned for a moment and suddenly felt dizzy. Sasuke felt a little swollen under his eyes, and the Sharingan automatically opened. The 2 Megadama Sharingan slowly turned and became a 3 Megadama. The chakra in the body also increased suddenly, 5 times as much as before. Sasuke had just received these things and was still feeling happy when he saw Mikoto walking out of the bedroom. She just heard some noise and when she came out she saw Sasuke standing in the backyard. Mikoto walked over slowly and saw the 3 Tomo Sharingan in Sasuke's eyes and was also surprised with his mouth wide open. Sasuke, you, Gaesang, Nissan, and Shisui Nissan haven't come back yet. I hope nothing bad has happened. I feel depressed and think something bad is going to happen. Mikoto saw Sasuke's worried face, then looked into Sasuke's eyes, walked over, picked up Sasuke and patted his back. Don't worry, Sasuke, Shisui and Itaki will be fine, go back to sleep. Sasuke nodded. At this moment, the peak Sasuke fighting skills, ninjutsu, and so on in Sasuke's mind seemed to be forcibly pulled away from his mind by something. This gave him a splitting headache. He held his head with both hands and a look of pain on his face. Mikoto was frightened, thinking that Sasuke's activation of the 3 Megatama had some side effects, and hurriedly carried Sasuke to the Konoha hospital. Naruto was awakened by the noise outside. Seeing Mikoto carrying the painful Sasuke out, Naruto hurried over. Auntie, what happened to Sasuke? Mikoto glanced at Naruto and patted his head. Sasuke has a headache. I'll take him to the hospital. Naruto, you stay home and get some sleep. We'll be back soon. Naruto was very worried, but there was no way he could go with them. He could only sit in the living room and wait anxiously. Tonight was destined to be a sleepless night. When Sasuke was taken to the hospital, Fugaku and others were also carrying the seriously injured Shisui and Itaka to the hospital. Mikoto told him everything that happened and he was surprised to hear that Sasuke activated the 3 Tomo Sharingan because he was worried about Itaki and Shisui. But seeing Sasuke in pain, he was not surprised and rushed to the hospital together. The doctor examined Sasuke and said that it was caused by strong stimulation. Sasuke was given a sedative and he is feeling much better now. He was sent to the ward for observation for 1 night. Shisui and Itaki also received emergency treatment, and the entire hospital was extremely busy. Hokage Tower. The 3rd generation heard from the Umbu who came back that Shisui Itaki was seriously injured, many root members died, and Danzo was missing. They only saw Danzo's big lock and bandages on the ground. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, my friend, why are you doing this? Go search for Danzo's whereabouts. If you find him, arrest him immediately. If you can't find him, just assume he's dead. The 3rd generation said as they turned to look at the street below the Hokage building. After this little episode, Konoha was lively at first, but returned to calm after a while. Wrapped in the night, everyone fell asleep, and it seemed as if what happened tonight never happened. The next morning, the village was still the same after the Danzo incident. Sasuke fell into a coma. The coma lasted for 3 days. When Sasuke woke up again, he smelled the pungent smell of disinfectant around him. He was confused when he just woke up and wondered what was wrong with him. Thinking about how he received the reward that day, a large section of combat techniques and peak Sasuke ninjutsu was pulled out of his mind, causing him to pass out. Sasuke was speechless. How could this thing have such a serious after effect, explode at that time? Of course I know, my dear host. The Sasuke Peak Experience card says it's just an experience. Once the experience is over, these abilities belonging to Peak Sasuke will naturally be taken away. Headache is also a side effect. Host, you should know that there are gains and losses. Don't complain. No, you didn't tell me in advance, you have to give me some compensation. Sasuke pouted and started to act like a rogue. Oh, alright, I'll just give you some compensation. Ding, system-produced ration pills compensation has been issued and is in the hands of the host. Please check. I'm leaving first, gonna. After saying that, the system disappeared. According to Sasuke's previous temper, he would definitely curse a few times, but now he is used to it. Once the system is running, it's just like watching videos in your previous life, where the protagonist in the video was blacklisted by his or her goddess. All that awaits you is a long silence or a red exclamation mark. Sasuke looked at the military ration pill on his right hand, thinking that it was nothing special. He wanted to put it into the ceiling scroll on his wrist and eat it later. I looked up and saw that I was wearing a hospital gown. I had changed out of my previous clothes long ago, and there was an 4 in my left hand. Well, Sasuke just ate the Bingli Angwan directly. It wasn't a rare thing anyway. Just as Sasuke slowly sat up, the door opened and Mikoto came in. Mikoto was very happy to see Sasuke woke up and immediately called a doctor to come and check. Sasuke was half lying on the backrest of the hospital bed, looking at his mother's red eyes and knew that she had not slept well in the past few days. Yes, her 2 biological sons, Sasuke and Itake, one was in a coma and the other was seriously injured. Her heart was always hanging in the air, so how could she sleep peacefully? As the saying goes, mother and child are connected by heart, and when the child suffers, the mother also feels bad. The medical ninja gave Sasuke a good checkup and found that there was nothing wrong with him. He just needed to rest for a month and he would be fine. Mikoto was relieved to hear this news and came over to ask, Sasuke, do you want anything to eat or drink now? Mikoto hummed and went to get Sasuke a glass of water. Sasuke drank it in one gulp and felt better. Putting down the cup, Sasuke asked, Mother, how is Nissan and Shisui Nissan now? Itaki and Shisui are out of danger. Although they are still unconscious, all their physical indicators are fine. Mikoto answered patiently. Sasuke nodded, looking at his mother's tired expression and said to her, Mom, go and get some rest. You must not have gotten enough sleep these past few days. You look so haggard. Mikoto smiled and nodded, okay Sasuke, I'll go rest for a while once your potion is finished. Nothing more was said when talking about these two people. Mikoto was afraid of disturbing Sasuke's rest. Sasuke had no topics to talk about, so he just lay down and continued to sleep. When he woke up again, it was already lunchtime. Mikoto came in with a thermos. Seeing Sasuke was awake, he smiled and walked over to him, are you awake? Have some porridge. Sasuke got up and half leaned on the pillow. Mikoto opened the thermos and fed Sasuke porridge mouthful by mouthful with a spoon. After eating, Mikoto told Sasuke to go check on Shisui and Itachi and then left. Sasuke was very moved when he saw Mikoto's back. Mother's love is always great. Sasuke was half leaning here, unable to sleep, so he just stared blankly in boredom. Suddenly, there was a knock on the ward door. Sasuke said, come in, and saw a blonde-haired boy and a pink-haired little girl walk in. It was Naruto and little Sakura, both holding gifts. Naruto walked to the bed and placed the gift on the cabinet beside him. Sasuke, you're finally awake. I was so worried about you. Are you still feeling unwell? Naruto looked at Sasuke with a worried expression. Sasuke shook his head, it's nothing. I feel like I'm almost better. By the way, what was that gift you got me? When the gift was mentioned, Naruto chuckled and said, this is an important secret book for us to practice secret techniques in the future. Don't open it now. Open it when no one is around. Sasuke was puzzled but nodded in appreciation. Little Sakura beside him also greeted Naruto and gave him flowers. After the two of them gave the gifts, they chatted with Sasuke for a while and then left. Sasuke saw that everyone had left and was about to open the gift from Naruto. When Sasuke opened the gift lid, he saw an extremely revealing photo album in front of him. Oh my god, Sasuke finally understood the secret technique Naruto was talking about. It turned out to be the seduction technique. Sasuke looked at the cover and wondered whether to read it or not. After thinking about it, he decided to read it. Sasuke chuckled and was about to take out the photo album when there was another knock on the door. Sasuke was startled and quickly put the photo album back into the gift box and covered it. The door was gently pushed open and Sasuke looked towards the door to see who it was. Hello, Sassy. It turned out to be Hinata. Sasuke was confused. Didn't the boss Hayashi forbid Hinata from coming out? Hinata-chan, why are you here? Did your dad, old Deng, ask you to come out and play? Hinata came over a little shyly and nervously, holding a gift box in her hand. Father came to the hospital to see a family elder. I ran into them on the way, and they told me you were in the hospital. I bought some souvenirs, asked about your ward, and then came here. Hinata walked over to the bed and placed the gift next to Naruto's gift. Thank you, Hinata-chan. Sasuke grinned at Hinata. Hinata blushed, it's nothing. Sasage-kun, I have to go back. If father can't find me, he'll tell on me. Sasuke hummed and waved goodbye to Hinata, wondering why Hayashi always locked Hinata up at home, leaving her with no friends to play with. No wonder Hinata was a bit shy and had low self-esteem. Wait, Lao Deng, wait for Jonin to go to school and see how I change your Hinata's personality and take her away by the way. Thinking of this, Sasuke's mouth curled up slightly, and he took Hinata's gift box and opened it. It was a small bracelet. Sasuke liked it very much and put it on his hand directly. Accepted them all. Late at night when everyone was asleep, Sasuke had nothing to do, so he took a look at Naruto's photo album. To be honest, it was really good. After spending about half an hour reading it, Sasuke quickly burned it with fire style. Why burn it? For no other reason than that if someone saw it, wouldn't it ruin my pure and flawless image? After finishing the task, Sasuke returned to his bed, looked at the bracelet on his wrist, thought about the days ahead, and slowly fell asleep. Sasuke was discharged from the hospital after a few days, and Shisui and Itachi's health also improved day by day, so they were able to go home and rest. So they were all discharged from the hospital and went home. Itachi was at home these days, and Sasuke often chatted with him and told jokes. After all, Itachi was stimulated by activating the Mangekyo Sharingan, and Sasuke was also afraid that Itachi would become emo. This lasted for about a week, and then the smile returned to Itachi's face, and Sasuke finally felt relieved. Life returned to normal, and Sasuke couldn't sit still, so he went out to play. Looking at the bracelet on his hand, Sasuke decided to give Hinata a return gift. With this in mind, Sasuke took his small wallet and looked around some of the jewelry stores in Uchiha. Finally, Sasuke chose a bracelet with the Uchiha clan crest. After packing, Sasuke skipped out of the Uchiha Autonomous Region and headed to Hinata's house. Along the way, many people were talking about the confrontation between Uchiha and Umbu at the village entrance a few days ago, which sounded like a lie. Some people say that the Hokage fell in love with a woman from Uchiha and was willing to ruin his relationship with Uchiha for her. Some people also said that the top management wanted to suppress Uchiha. Some people even said something more outrageous, saying that the Danzo people saw the Uchiha clan emblem on the Uchiha patrol uniforms and became provoked, which led to the fight. Sasuke took it all as a joke. After all, he was familiar with this matter. After walking for a while, they arrived at Hinata's front door. Sasuke knocked on the door and heard footsteps from inside. Who is it? When Sasuke opened the door, he was greeted by a servant from the Hayashi family. Hello, I'm here to play with Hinata. The servant also knew Sasuke. He looked around the courtyard and then back at Sasuke. Well, since Master Hayashi is not here, I can't let anyone in. Sasuke pouted, am I a stranger? I'm Hinata's good friend. Let me in. After saying that, Sasuke went past the servant without saying anything else. Hayashi is not at home, who can stop me? Sasuke ran to the yard and didn't see Hinata. He was wondering where the little girl was when he heard someone reading inside the house. Sasuke ran into the living room. Some servants of the Hokage family inside did not dare to touch Sasuke. Now Uchiha's prestige is getting higher and higher, and offending Uchiha is not a good thing. I ran to the door of the study room and saw Hinata reading with an old man. The old man's eyes were similar to Hinata's, and his clothes were not like those of an ordinary servant. He might be the elder of the Hokage family. Sasuke waited outside without disturbing the other person's reading. After about an hour, the old man inside said with relief, Hinata, go and rest. Hinata bowed. This is how it's usually done in Japan, not kowtow, but kneeling down with your hands on your thighs and your head lowered, and said, I understand, teacher. Thank you for your guidance. The old man hummed, and Hinata stood up and walked out of the room. As she left the room, she saw Sasuke waving at her from a distance. Hinata. Over here. Hinata showed a puzzled expression, then turned into a happy smile. Say Sasuke, you're recovered. Sasuke nodded and chuckled. Yeah, I'm here to play with you. Do you have time now? Hinata listened to Sasuke's request and looked at the old man inside with some embarrassment. The old man was also attracted by Hinata's gaze, and walked out to see little Sasuke next to Hinata. Oh? Little boy, are you Hinata's partner? Sasuke hummed, baring his teeth with a childlike innocence. Yeah, I came here to play with Hinata. The old man stroked his beard and looked at Hinata and Sasuke with a smile. Okay, go and have fun. Hinata has been doing well in her studies recently and should relax for a while. I will tell Hayashi when the time comes. Hinata was naturally very happy when the Hokage elder spoke up. Thank you, teacher. The old man nodded, and Hinata turned and ran out of the yard with Sasuke. The old man looked at the backs of the two children, and frowned when he saw the Uchiha logo on the back of Sasuke's clothes, then immediately relaxed and went back into the house. Hinata took Sasuke for a walk in their yard. Sasuke had actually been here a few times and couldn't remember what was there, but he felt there was nothing fun to see. Hinata, let's go out and play. It's boring to stay at home all the time. Hinata was a little embarrassed, but teacher, didn't say I can go out and play. Sasuke chuckled, it's okay. He didn't say we can't go out and play. Come on, let's go. If your dad, old Deng, says anything to you, I'll help you explain. After hearing what Sasuke said and Hinata was really bored at home, she went out with Sasuke. The two of them were playing around outside, and first they went to the park to take Hinata to play on the slide and swing. Then we moved on to some stalls doing things like ring tossing and balloon popping. Finally, each of them took an ice cream. Eating ice cream is the best thing in this weather that is almost summer. As the sun sets, it's time to go home. Sasuke takes out the return gift bracelet he prepared earlier. Hinata-chan, this is my return gift to you. Try it on and see if it looks good on you. Hinata looked at the bracelet in Sasuke's hand and was a little flattered, her face flushed. Ah, a return gift, this. Hinata was so shy that she couldn't speak clearly. Sasuke looked at Hinata's red face and took advantage of the situation. He helped Hinata put on the bracelet himself. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Hinata shyly looked at the bracelet on her wrist and nodded, it looks nice. Hey, as long as it looks good, it's getting late. I'll take you home. Good. The two started chatting about random things along the way, and when they were sent to the door of the house, they saw Hayashi's old man waiting at the door. Hinata saw her father's stern face and was a little worried that she would be scolded. Hayashi, the old man, was very strict with Hinata. Hinata was not allowed to go out from the age of 1 to 3, which is reasonable because it is to protect the child. However, after the age of 4, the child should at least be allowed to go out to play and make friends. Sasuke was like this. After he turned 4, his family no longer cared about him and all he had to do was tell them where he was going. Father, I'm back. Hinata hung her head. Sasuke walked up to Hayashi and looked at him. Hayashi, I won't let you bully Hinata. Hayashi looked at the two kids helplessly. When did I ever bully Hinata? And don't call me by my name. Sasuke snorted. Humph, I don't care. Look at your stern face, you must be trying to scold Hinata for going out to play. Hayashi smiled helplessly at Sasuke's words. No, the elders told me everything. I didn't say anything when Hinata finished her homework and went out to play. Sasuke looked at Hayashi's face. Hayashi looked at him with a strange look in his eyes. He no longer had the thief-guarding expression he had before. Instead, he was smiling. The sun was rising from the west, which made Sasuke feel strange. Hinata, let's go eat. Afterwards, Daddy promised you that you can go play with little Sasuke after you finish your homework, okay? Sasuke was confused by how quickly this guy changed his personality. Hinata, who was standing behind him, was delighted when she heard her father's words. Really, father? Well, of course. The elders have told me that you're still a child, so there's no need to be so strict with you. Father promised that as long as you finish your homework, you can go play with Sasuke anytime, anywhere. Hinata was very happy and ran to Hayashi and hugged Hayashi's hand. Thank you, father. Hayashi saw Hinata's happy expression, which he hadn't seen for a long time. This made Hayashi smile as well. It had been a long time since he had been hugged and thanked by his daughter like this. You should know that after Hinata grew up, Hayashi always asked her to study hard. After all, she was the only child of the clan leader and she had to study hard to manage the Hokage family well. Hanabi was not born at this time. Sasuke looks at this scene of affection between father and daughter with a strange expression. Does this fit in with the original plot? He remembers that Hinata only had free access to the Hokage household after she started ninja school. Because Hayashi later gave up Hinata to inherit Hokage and changed it to Hanabi, the importance of Hinata dropped sharply. Just as the two were about to enter the house, Hinata turned around and waved to Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, see you tomorrow. There was nothing he could do, as both of them went back to the house, and Sasuke could only say goodbye in a daze and go home. Auntie ta-ta. I'm back. Sasuke returned home and found it very lively, as if there were many people there. Sasuke was puzzled and took off his shoes and ran into the house. I saw many Uchiha elders in the living room, and the table was full of delicious food. Fugaku sat in the middle, Shisui, Itachi, and Mikoto sat on the sides, and there was a seat for Sasuke. Yeah, Sasuke is back. Come and show your uncle Akaki if he's grown taller. An Uchiha elder, slightly older than Fugaku, waved to Sasuke, who of course obediently walked over, being stared at by the elders of the clan. Yeah, look at our Sasuke, he's only 4 years old, and he's already so handsome. When he grows up, he's sure to charm a lot of girls. That's right, Sasuke. When you grow up, you will definitely look like my grandfather when he was young. Sasuke just smiled apologetically as he listened to their conversation. He watched for a long time before helping Sasuke sit back down. Seeing that everyone was present, Mikoto stood up and poured wine for all the elders and Fugaku, and also prepared orange juice for Shisui, Itachi, and Sasuke. Sasuke really didn't understand what was going on, so he just sat there and listened. Everyone, we are gathered here today to celebrate 2 things. First, my eldest son, Uchiha Itachi, has activated the Mangekyo Sharingan. Our Uchiha's combat power has increased again. Okay, a good father will have a good son. Itachi is indeed the genius of our family. These Uchiha elders all applauded and praised Itachi. You have to know that these elders have just opened the 3 Megatama and their strength is at the level of Konoha Jonin. After activating Mangekyo, the gap between them will widen rapidly. When Mangekyo Sharingan can be used skillfully, it is cage level strength. Itachi, toast to the clan elders. Seeing that everyone had finished drinking, Fugaku continued, okay, let's talk about the second thing. The 3rd generation gathered all the clan heads of Konoha for a meeting this morning and announced that I have officially become a high-ranking official in Konoha. The Konoha high-level officials are the ones who can have a say in Konoha's future policies. The only ones who can do this are the Hokage, 2 Hokage advisors, and Danzo, which makes a total of 4. In addition to the important family heads, there are 4 families, the Hyuga family, the Yamanaka family, the Akamika family, and the Nara family. Although the only one among these 4 families who can have a say in the top management is Hyuga Hayashi of the Hyuga clan, after all, the Hyuga clan was the strongest clan in Konoha at that time. Uchiha was simply isolated. Now that Uchiha's strength and public support have increased, it is a bit unreasonable for it to be so isolated. Military advisor, a position similar to the Minister of Military Affairs. Many families have established good relations with Uchiha Fugaku today, and the gifts they send are much more. At this point, the family elders were all excited. They had finally made it. Fugaku and several elders had drunk too much tonight, and Mikoto had no choice but to go find the elders' families to pick them up. Sasuke ignored these drunk uncles and went back to the house to sleep early. He finally figured out why that old man Hayashi was smiling at him. It turned out that the power of Uchiha had grown, and the Hyuga clan also wanted to ease the tense relationship with Uchiha. Thinking of this, Sasuke chuckled. He could play with Hinata more often from now on, and he should go to bed early. It was around 6 o'clock the next morning. After Sasuke finished eating a fried egg, a piece of bread and a glass of milk, he said he was going to play with Naruto. On the way to find Naruto, many people greeted Sasuke. There is the aunt of the family, the owner of the meatball shop that I often go to, the barbecue owner, the hot spring owner, the owner of the custom shop, the happy shop owner. Sasuke is always very popular now. When Sasuke ran to Naruto's house, Naruto was still sleeping. Sasuke knocked on the door and Naruto slowly came over and opened the door. Ah, Yan, what's up Sasuke? What time is it? Sasuke walked into Naruto's house and sat on the bed. It's almost 7 o'clock, wake up and have fun. Naruto staggered over and glanced at the alarm clock. Oh, it's only about 6:40, Sasuke, I'm going to sleep a little longer, we can talk later if you have anything. After saying that, Naruto jumped onto the bed and fell asleep again. Sasuke was speechless. He had planned to play with Naruto in the morning and Hinata in the afternoon. Sasuke pushed Naruto, but Naruto still didn't wake up. There was nothing he could do, so he could only go out in disappointment and go somewhere else to play. After walking around Konoha, he realized that his circle of friends was very small. There were only Shisui, Itachi, Naruto, little Sakura, Hinata, and a few friends from the neighborhood. Sasuke yawned and finally walked slowly to the training ground. It had been a long time since he had trained, so Sasuke was going to train the power of the 3 Tomo Sharingan. Thinking of this, Sasuke closed and opened his eyes, and the 3 Megatama opened, allowing him to see clearly the chakra flowing towards him from the bodies of passers-by on the road. Moreover, some people walked normally, but in Sasuke's eyes, they looked very slow. Closing his eyes, he couldn't use the illusion test because he had no target now. The same went for copying ninjutsu. How could he copy it without any ninjutsu? So, after Sasuke practiced all the fire-style ninjutsu he knew in the morning, he went home for lunch. In the afternoon, Sasuke went out to play again, this time not to look for Naruto but to look for Hinata. Arriving at Hayaga's house, he knocked on the door as usual. It was Hayashi who opened the door. Seeing that it was Sasuke, he smiled slightly. Are you here to play with Hinata, right? Sasuke. Hinata is eating. Have you eaten yet? If not, let's eat together. Sasuke thought about it and nodded. He wanted to see what delicious food the Hayaga family had. When I walked into the living room, Hinata was holding rice, and next to her was Hinata's mother. This is the first time I have seen it. Hinata's mother looks very similar to Hinata, with long black hair and an elegant and dignified face. She seems to be a very gentle mother. Ah, Sasuke-kun, why are you here? Hinata looked at Sasuke in surprise. She didn't expect Sasuke to come and play with her so early. Sasuke didn't answer at first, but looked at Hinata's mother. This was a character he had never seen in anime, but now he had seen it. No wonder Hinata and Hanabi were so beautiful. Sasuke came back to his senses after hearing Hinata's question. I came here to play with you. Hayashi Laodang let me in as soon as he heard it. Hayaga Hayashi followed Sasuke closely and returned to the main seat after entering. Well, Hinata, you've been training hard this morning. Go have some fun this afternoon. Hinata was very happy today and gave Hayashi a bright smile. Thank you, father. Hinata's mother looked at Sasuke and took a set of bowls and chopsticks from the side. Want to eat something? Sasuke looked at the dishes on the table. They were all home-cooked dishes, but they looked like they should be delicious. The taste felt comparable to what his mother Mikoto made. Sasuke gave it a thumbs up. It's delicious. Yeah, Sasuke, if you like it, just eat more. Hinata's mother looked at Sasuke gently, feeling a little embarrassed by Sasuke's gaze. After dinner, Sasuke chatted with Hinata for a while, helped Hinata's mother clean up the dishes, and then went out to play. The leaves of spring slowly turn yellow, autumn arrives, and it is the season when all things wither. In the past few months, because there was no chaos within Konoha, the battle outside with Cloud Shinobi also changed from defense to offense. Fugaku personally took charge, leading some elite members of the Guard Corps and some of Konoha's Jonin to attack directly, driving Cloud Shinobi out of Konoha's borders and even reaching Cloud Shinobi's territory. Cloud Shinobi realized that they would lose if they continued fighting, so they immediately arranged for envoys to sign a peace treaty. As Fugaku gained military merit, the residents of Konoha became more favorable towards Uchiha. Remembered by others if he sticks out like that. Assassination attempts by other countries in the Hokage sphere are not good things. After hearing what Fugaku said, the third generation's favorable impression of Uchiha increased significantly. In fact, the third generation is still okay as Hokage, at least they are safe and sound in Konoha. Although there are also many mistakes, everyone should look at it rationally. Back to the topic, on the eve of the peace talks, Konoha was still very lively, with lights and decorations. After all, the war was about to end, and it had to be celebrated. Cloud Shinobi's messenger arrived at Konoha village about 3 days later. At that time, Sasuke and Hinata were drinking juice in a dessert shop. When they saw the hustle and bustle, they wanted to go and take a look. The two children walked to the roadside with juice in their arms, and saw 4 or 5 dark-skinned ninjas wearing Cloud Shinobi forehead protectors. One of them looked gentle and refined, and should be the peace ambassador. Hinata stood behind Sasuke and secretly looked at these people. She whispered to Sasuke, Sasuke-kun, are these people ninjas from Cloud Shinobi? They look fierce. Sasuke smiled as well, yeah, it's okay, don't be afraid Hinata, I'll protect you. The two kids were arguing over there, and the messenger from Cloud Shinobi village happened to look over and happened to meet Hinata's eyes. This was also because Sasuke was careless at the time. He didn't remember that coming to Cloud Shinobi village for peace talks was one point, and the second point was to seize a pair of Byakugan from the Hyoga clan. After the negotiation team left, Sasuke pulled Hinata into the house to continue drinking juice. Later in the evening, the sun set, and Hinata was ready to go home. Sasuke wanted to take Hinata to his house for a meal. Hinata felt a little embarrassed and made an excuse, Sasuke, how about next time? My parents should have prepared a meal for me. I'll talk to them today and give you an answer tomorrow. Seeing Hinata blushing, Sasuke nodded. He took Hinata back to her house, and after seeing Hinata enter the house, Sasuke turned and left. After taking a few steps, he suddenly felt as if someone was looking at him. He didn't care and went home humming a song. Cloud Shinobi Diplomatic Envoy Reception Office. Several Cloud Shinobi village ninjas knelt on one knee before the diplomatic ambassador. Sir, the little girl you mentioned this morning is indeed from the Hyoga clan. The ambassador nodded and sat on the sofa smoking a cigarette. Well, follow her tomorrow and see where she goes. We should be able to stay in Konoha for a few days. Then, we can seize the Byakugan and leave immediately. Yes, but what? The Cloud Shinobi ninja bowed and continued, but the little girl from the Hyoga family seems to be very close to an Uchiha kid. We even sent her home. Cloud Shinobi's diplomatic envoy frowned after hearing this, then burst into laughter. Great, great. The Hyoga leader's children will definitely have purer Byakugan, which is even better. As for that brat from Uchiha, isn't that just giving us eyes? Find a chance to tie them both up tomorrow, and then retreat immediately. Yes, sir. Nothing happened that night. Sasuke got up early the next day and dragged his father to learn new Uchiha ninjutsu. Fugaku also took some time out of his busy schedule and agreed. Fugaku's chakra attribute is fire style, so naturally most of the styles he learns are fire style. Sasuke, you seem to have learned the fire dragon flame bullet from the third generation masters before. Today, I will also teach you a powerful B-rank fire. Sasuke nodded, but as a fire-style grandmaster, he didn't need to practice hard at all. He could learn it after watching it once, and the subsequent practice was only to improve his proficiency. Sasuke activated the 3 Megatama, and Fugaku also quickly formed hand seals. This time Fugaku formed hand seals very quickly, but in the eyes of Sasuke, the 3 Megatama seemed to be slowed down 10 times. Fire Dragon, Ha-Long Fire Technique. Fugaku completed the seal and released a ball of dragon head flame from his mouth which rushed into the sky. After all, it was in his backyard and he couldn't do it in his own backyard. Sasuke's face lit up with joy after he read it. The fire-style grandmaster had allowed him to learn the hand seals and chakra flows in an instant, and now he was going to try it out. Fugaku was about to explain something when Sasuke immediately began to form hand seals, fire-style, Ha-Long Fire Technique. Sasuke followed suit and spurted out a great dragon fire that looked even more like a dragon than Fugaku's great dragon fire just now. Fugaku opened his mouth wide. His son was still too conservative. He thought it would take 2 or 3 days of practice, but he didn't expect that he could learn it after just one look. This surprised expression was fleeting, and Sasuke didn't see it. Fugaku patted Sasuke's head and said with satisfaction, "Well, not bad, but don't be proud and complacent. Ahem, as a father, I'm about the same as you, a little faster than you." Sasuke said oh and thought to himself, "You can brag, but I would believe you if you were Takane-san." Fugaku asked Sasuke to practice more and then left. Sasuke continued to practice with his hand seals, and the power of his dragon fire grew stronger and stronger, slowly transforming from a dragon head into a single dragon, and then into 3 dragons of fire rising into the sky. I remember Shisui using this when training Sasuke in the Infinite Tsukuyomi episode. Sasuke put away his ninjutsu and was very happy to see his strength growing stronger. He returned to his room and happily drank juice, his 2 short legs dangling back and forth. After drinking the juice, Sasuke thought about going to Hyaga's house early today to listen to the class given by the Hyaga elder. After all, he is a good baby who is eager for knowledge. By the way, he can have a meal after learning and go play with Hinata in the afternoon. I'm going to blow up the school, the teacher doesn't know blah blah. I forgot the words. Sasuke went out and hummed happily after leaving the Uchiha tribe's land, running and jumping, completely unaware that a pair of eyes were staring at him on the roof of a house behind him. Chapter 30, Little boy, do you want candy? After leaving the clan land, Sasuke bought some snacks and headed towards Hinata's house. Once in position, Sasuke knocked on the door, and this time it was Hinata's mother who opened it. "Hello, Aunt Hyaga." Hinata's mother saw that it was Sasuke and patted his little head. "It's Sasuke, you came so early, please come in." "Thank you, this is a gift I bought for Hinata and you." After saying that, Sasuke gave all the snacks he bought to Hinata's mother. Inside the house, Hinata was listening attentively to the Hyaga elder explaining the Hyaga family's gentle fist theory. Seeing Sasuke coming, both of them looked at Sasuke. "Sas, why are you here?" Hinata is very happy. She has become much more cheerful after hanging out with Sasuke recently. I'm just free, and I came here to see what class you guys are teaching." "Is that so, elder? Can Sasuke attend the class together?" The elder looked at Sasuke, then hummed. He was not talking about the basics of gentle fist now, but practical theory, so he was not afraid of being stolen. Sasuke sat next to Hinata, and they both listened attentively. Sasuke stared at the blackboard with his eyes wide open, pretending that he was listening to the class very seriously. However, as time went by, Sasuke's state also gradually changed. 1 minute, you feel energetic, 5 minutes, you feel a little tired, 10 minutes, you feel like you are in deep sleep. That's right, Sasuke fell asleep during class and simply fell asleep on the table. Hinata saw Sasuke was sleeping and wanted to wake him up, but since Sasuke was snoring, she decided not to disturb him. The elder glanced at the sleeping Sasuke and frowned. If this happened to someone from their Hyaga family, they would definitely be punished with it. The elder did not ask Sasuke to get up, and he slept soundly until noon when Hinata's mother called him to get up for dinner. He stretched and wiped the saliva from the corner of his mouth. "What's up, Aunt Hyaga? Oh. Little Sasuke, go wash your face and get ready for dinner." Hinata's mother smiled gently and touched Sasuke's little head. Sasuke said oh, stood up and ran to the bathroom to wash his face, then quickly went to the dining table and sat down. As soon as he sat down next to Hinata, Hayashi's wary expression appeared again in the main seat. Sasuke has been coming to Hinata every day lately. Could he be planning to harm my daughter, that damn Uchiha brat? Hayashi thought to himself. Sasuke didn't notice and picked up a piece of meat and stuffed it directly into his mouth, commenting on how delicious it was and telling some jokes that made Hinata's mother giggle. Friends. Well, that should be it. Hayashi comforted himself in this way. After dinner, the 2 children sat in the living room drinking juice and chatting, and Hayashi watched from the side. After digesting the food, Sasuke looked at Hayashi, blinked his eyes and said cutely, "Hayashi Lao Deng, I invited Hinata to my house for dinner yesterday. Did you agree?" "What the hell?" Hayashi was still a little confused after hearing what Sasuke said. Hinata's mother said, "That's right. Hinata told me yesterday. I also told you after dinner. You agreed quite readily at that time. Don't you remember?" Hayashi drank a little wine yesterday and really didn't remember anything. After thinking hard for a while, I remembered that it was indeed the case. Hayashi was petrified at the thought. What was going on? Meeting the parents? Wasn't this happening too fast? While Hayashi was still imagining, Sasuke pulled Hinata to put on her shoes. While putting on her shoes, he said to Hayashi and Hinata's mother, "Sasuke, Lala. Hayashi only realized what was happening after the two children left the house, but he couldn't catch up with them. He sat in the yard feeling awkward, wondering if Sasuke wanted to kidnap his daughter. Hinata's mother was puzzled, wondering what her husband was doing, but she had her own things to do, so she didn't care and went to wash the dishes first. On the way. Hinata blushed and let Sasuke pull her towards the park. On the way, Sasuke bought 2 bottles of carbonated drinks, and he and Hinata each drank one and started gulping down the drinks. This stuff is really strong when you drink it, but the elders at home don't allow me to drink it, so I can only drink it secretly. After finishing their drinks, the two continued walking. When they were almost at Konoha Park, a big man with dark brown skin blocked their way. As soon as they met, the big man stood there with his teeth bared and grinning, and judging by the forehead protector on his head, he was a ninja from Cloud Shinobi. Uncle, what are you laughing at? It looks so vulgar. Hearing the strange accent of this uncle speaking, Sasuke felt that this man was sick. Hinata was also frightened by the temperament of this fool and hid behind Sasuke. The Hokage building is in the middle of the village. It's so tall and conspicuous. Can't you see it? Oh, thank you, little friend, I have presbyopia and can't see the road clearly, can you help me guide the way? I can buy you 2 lollipops. This uncle tried his best to pretend to be a kind uncle, which made his already awkward face even more awkward. Sasuke pulled Hinata and whispered to her, Hinata, this uncle might be mentally ill. Let's go somewhere else to play. Well, Sas will listen to you. After the two children agreed, they refused the uncle's request to lead the way and turned away. The Cloud Shinobi envoy saw that this was not going to work, so he quickly looked at his hidden companions and signaled them. There were 3 Cloud Shinobi ninjas in the alley over there, which was the only way to get to the Hokage's building. They were also 100% sure that if Sasuke followed them, they could definitely catch him on the spot without attracting anyone's attention. But they never expected that the two children did not help the Cloud Shinobi as they expected, but just left. Little friend, there is an old saying in Konoha that goes respect the old and love the young, why don't you help me? Sasuke turned his head and looked at the uncle and rolled his eyes, look at your eyes, they are so wide, how can you be presbyopic? You keep pestering us, I think you look a bit like a human trafficker, you are not a human trafficker. The ninja was shocked and thought to himself, Masaka, could it be that our plan has been exposed? Thinking of this, Cloud Shinobi looked around and found that there was no one around. He was delighted. Since we've been discovered, we can only use force. Let's kidnap him and leave quickly. Anyway, the Raikage will blame the envoy. After that, we can sell that BD to Konoha and nothing will happen to us. The Cloud Shinobi ninja opened his big hands and grabbed the two children, grinning obscenely as he grabbed them, since you've discovered them, come with me. Sasuke frowned and quickly pulled Hinata back a few steps before turning and running. There are human traffickers. Help, at first glance, I saw a strong black man chasing two children. FKU, human trafficker, guys, FK him. Yeah, it's a ninja. He seems to be from Cloud Shinobi village. Do we have any ninjas here? Go and subdue that big black guy. Seeing that more and more people were coming, Cloud Shinobi hurriedly sped up and stretched out his hand, almost grabbing Hinata's clothes. Hinata felt the wind gusting from behind someone reaching out and was almost frightened to tears. Sasuke saw that this was not a good thing and the people around him had not arrived yet. In this case, he decided to use this human trafficker to test the practical power of his ninjutsu. Thinking of this, Sasuke quickly formed hand seals. Si, Wei, Shen, Hai, Wu. The hand seals were completed in an instant, and Sasuke turned around suddenly. Fire-style Great Fireball technique. A ball of fire was ejected, and before Cloud Shinobi could react, he caught the Great Fireball with his face, causing his clothes to catch fire, his hair to be singed, and he screamed miserably. Just as Cloud Shinobi was fighting to put out the fire, a team of Uchiha guards rushed over. The commotion here was so loud that the patrolling guards heard the noise and rushed over immediately. Sasuke said this, and the guards got furious when they heard that the human trafficker Cloud Shinobi was actually trying to capture the clan leader's second son. After kicking the guy around, they caught him and took him to the Hokage's building to hand him over to the Hokage for disposal. While the security team was handling the situation, Sasuke comforted the frightened Hinata, then took Hinata's hand and went back to his home. It was too dangerous outside. His handsomeness even attracted human traffickers. It was really distressing. It was safer at home.